think the crows are having a festival out there today. Let's get this camera moved down here. Sorry, I should have set that up differently. Hi. Good morning, guys. Beautiful, beautiful spring morning here. Got the door open. You'll hear the sound, I think, much more lively than usual. The crows are out there in force today. Beautiful, beautiful morning. So the usual crowd, the paper is out, thank you very much. Yes, the paper is out. There's 2 sheets today, one for Sue-san. She's working on the April subscription print still. We're getting really close to the deadline now. And Dei-chan's doing some, she's doing a portrait print. She's going to work on Chun-Li today. They are noisy out there. It was, talking about a sizing stream, I did the sizing last night. I stayed up late last night and did it yesterday. And whatever, we had no choice. It has to be shipped today, and I knew if I did it this morning, it wouldn't be dry by this afternoon, so I had to do it last night. So, anyway, sizing, I think is not so interesting, so whatever. It's going well. I know those of you who've watched the last few sizing streams, Aoyama-san prepared a new flat base for me, and the sizing went quite well last night. The crows, Anna, we're near the pond. There's the Dempoin Teien. It's not a Teien, it's just a garden. The garden for the temple is just a few meters down the road, and there's obviously lots of crows in the trees there. So. The heavy construction across the street, that's done. They did finish that at the end of the year, like December the 30th, December the 31st. They got the building down, and what there is now, there's just an empty lot. They've got it fenced off, and it's an empty lot. I'm a bit surprised because it's been months now with nothing happening there. So I think the feeling is that because in Japan things start on April, and April the 1st is when new projects start. My guess is that the new construction will begin probably in a couple of weeks from now when we go into April. But I don't know, I've heard no news about it. But there's no way a lot is going to stay empty for too long in this part of town. Who is that person? Every day, Nick, you were right. I hadn't noticed it, but somebody pointed it out on the stream. Every day, same time, same station with 2 suitcases. No idea. What would it be? You saw what that one was. That was the Oshibori delivery. You know, when you're in a restaurant, you get a little hot napkin. That's the guy who's picks up and delivers the hot napkins. If it's a homeless guy, why would it be exactly the same time every day? Nay. And homeless, really? The shoe lady, nay, I know I'm not quite sure about the shoe lady. On Tuesday, last Tuesday, we had no stream, but I was down here anyway. And we had the door open. I forget what I was doing. I can't remember the job I was doing on Tuesday, but anyway, it was nothing to do with streaming, but I had the door open and we were doing things in here. And I heard the sound, the shoe lady sound, dun, 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 dun. And I looked by, and she went by, and it was 5 minutes before 8. It was 7:55. So it could be actually that her train schedule has changed. She used to come right 8:09, 8:10, somewhere around there. So I think perhaps her schedule has changed. Or the world is working as it should. So it is. So those are her 3 trains. The train that brings her at 7:55, the one that brings her here at 8:08, and then the next one, what was it, 8:13, 8:17, I can't remember. So there must be a big variation in the time she gets to her home station. Stalking me. Coming along well. Do we have new people here who don't know what's going on? Shall I pop up the thing for a few minutes here? Here's the image. This is a sketch of what we're doing for people who are new here who don't know. You see the sketch on the left. That's the concept for woodblock print. The block I'm carving now will do black outlines, which will make the first color of a woodblock print. There will be other color blocks later that will fit in. We'll see more about it as we go through over the next few days. What's this? I rarely get a greetings back from Dave, but I still hope he reads this. What's this? I don't know who you are. If I happen to look at the right moment, I'll see something. If I don't look at the right moment, this scrolls out of view pretty quickly, you know, so. Have I been ignoring people? I'm supposed to be working here, actually. It's all right. Is that her sister? They all got the same shoes, these women anyway. They all buy the same shoes, it seems. Today being Friday, it's the last day of the week. Cameron will be here at his usual time, 8:35 or 8:40, somewhere around there. For the next couple of days, Saturday and Sunday, I still have the same carving work to do here. But because Cameron won't be here, he said it's the weekend, he's off. I think, I mentioned this the other day, what I'm going to try doing is something different with the cameras here. If Cameron won't be here, there's no point in keeping the camera on a short cable here. So I've got a longer cable for it. So what I'm going to try doing tomorrow morning, if the weather is okay. If it's raining, this won't happen. If the weather's okay like today, what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to take the extra second camera, the camera that's over there looking down at me right now. It's the one that's looking out the front door. I'm going to take that camera and put it on a tripod out in the entranceway. I've got a 5-meter HDMI cable that's got to reach to the computer here. So 5 meters should get me, I'll be able to put the camera in the alcove out there. You see where the tree is you're just looking at. There's the sidewalk and then there's our own alcove. And I'll put the camera in the alcove so that it looks out into the street a bit more. I can do that on Saturday, tomorrow. So you can get a bit more view of the street other than just people's feet walking by. Well, I'm not quite so sure about the sun. The sun shines right there, so I can't point the camera directly into the sun. Anyway, whatever, we'll give it a try. We'll just put the camera in a place where you can see a bit more of the street scene tomorrow. I think it's okay to do that. We were chatting about it the other day. We're not sure about the legal aspects of this. You know, the police and the city hall has cameras all over the place to look down on the streets. And can individuals do that? I don't know. Whatever. We'll just try just for fun. For me, it's the soundscape. You know, a few minutes ago I was just sitting carving before I started talking. And you can hear it's the crows, the people walking by, the interesting sounds. There's a nice soundscape on a street like this every morning before it gets too noisy from the activities of the day. Okay, some light tapping here. Don't get worried about the persuading. There's going to be no smacking, no noisy now. I'll just do some light tapping to clear a bit of this out. Don't panic because you see me with the monster. Just some light tapping. On a block like this, there are no wide, big open areas to be smacking away with his chisels. Once I get the inside done, we'll do some noisy work on the outside, but today it'll just be light tapping. That suitcase sound. It's become one of the most common sounds in my life now. Anytime this door's open, all day long, back and forth. I'm not complaining, it's an interesting sound. It's a sound that didn't exist a few years ago. God, I remember the first when I left home, I went to Europe, 1972 or something. I had this suitcase with a handle. And it wasn't a good suitcase, it was too floppy and the handle bent upwards, and you drag this thing around, drag it to the airport, drag it through the terminals, drag it around the city getting on buses, you know. We all used to carry stuff. Why didn't anybody have any brains earlier? This whole thing about wheeled suitcases, this is all new. Should be time for the garbage truck, right? Garbage is out today, it's Friday morning. I don't think, you can't quite see it. Remember the other day there was a bag of garbage in front of that tree there? There is the same thing today. It's just, I can see it from where I sit. It's just a little bit to the left of where you guys are. And I think probably any minute now the garbage truck should be zipping by. We've got our own garbage out. It's just to the right of your viewpoint. And the garbage from next door is just to the left of what you're looking at there. But you'll see the guys come along in a minute with the truck. Not paying much attention here. Talking about earthquakes, I don't know what to do. It's been a while since we've had one, I think, that we could feel here, I don't know, a few weeks. Okay, I think that's the first stage of this. I know traditional carvers don't really do it this way, at least not the ones I've watched, but it's just my own character, whatever. I tend to do this zone by zone. I first carved out the flowers. I'm still not sure what they are, lilies, lotuses or something, or lilies or whatever, I don't know. I first carved out the inside of the flowers, and then I went to the water, and then the posts, and now I do the planks. But a real carver doesn't do that. They're not so obsessive compulsive about it. They just work their way across the design, one side to the other. It just seems to me neater and cleaner just to do it zone by zone by zone. You know, finish that part, finish that part. Gives you a bit of, what's the word? You check off the boxes as you go along. It feels like a sense of accomplishment. There we are, done the water. You know. When I was doing the Poets series years and years ago, I still was really struggling about this, not sure, not confident, not going. So in that case, I would apportion the work. I would do part of it, the part that I felt was inconspicuous, like maybe some bottom corner of one of the kimono designs or something, and sort of get warmed up and get going on it. And then I would save the faces and calligraphy for the last. And it made sense a little bit because I was not a full-time carver, meaning I was carving and printing, publishing one print every month, but doing both carving and printing. So roughly whatever the carving would take, 10 days or something like that. And during that time I'd lose all the printing skills. And then while I was printing a couple of weeks work on that, I would, lose the carving skills. You lose your calluses, the hard parts on your skin and stuff like that. So for me, because I was a two-way player doing carving and printing, it's the skill set doesn't just gradually increase. It's a zigzag pattern, up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit. So every time I came back to a block to start carving again, I was, rusty or whatever word to use it. So it was common sense for me to start in an obscure corner of the picture, whatever, and do something that really wasn't so critical to people's eyes. And then work my way up, and gradually you get better at it, you get more practiced, more relaxed, and then do the faces and stuff. But to someone doing it every day for a living, such a thing is an irrelevant factor. So I think that's where I started this habit of doing things bit by bit, doing one zone and then another zone and then another zone. And a bit of wiggle on these lines. Now these are boards. This is not architectural straight line work. There's no way I'd use a ruler on these. And a bit of wiggle, just as the knife is going down. John's drawn them pretty clean, so I think a little here, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little wiggle on the knife. And that gives the line just some kind of warmth rather than being too mechanically straight. Where's the garbage man? Surely they should be here by now. Oh, there, I can hear the truck now. little late, I think, today. See the guys run? They just run down the street. There's a driver and two pickers. And they freaking run down the street. Picking. The truck guy stops here and there. The guys run and throw it in the back. They'll crush you, of course. And at the end, just in front of Don Quixote, is the switchover point. There's an empty garbage truck waiting there with the driver just about this time. They know their schedule. And this truck man must be getting full. These guys know the routine. They know what's happening. So the three guys here, one driver and two pickers, they get to the end of the street. And of course, this truck just zooms off. The other truck gets into gear and goes waiting. And the two guys just keep running and running and running. No break, no nothing. I should be tapping these out, you know, they're big enough. I should cut them all out first and then tap them through, I guess. Bit silly. Just caught the stream there. You're asking, do I know the guy in some video? And I think you're referring to that video. It's Shinohara-san, the show. He lives over in, I think it's Ohio. Teaches at Wesleyan, I think. He's got that video where he straps on this leather apron and everything is all samurai ethic, and he rubs his tools on his skin to get oil and stuff like that. It's a Shinohara-san. He's a Japanese. He studied here, he trained a bit here as a printer decades ago, now lives in America. I think that's the video you're referring to. A bit melodramatic and overdramatic, but whatever. each to his own style. It's a bit lucky for me because I'm not Japanese, so there's no pressure on me to do that whole master printer ethic. We just don't do that. It's a specific kind of shoe those ladies wear. It's probably super comfortable office lady type shoes. I don't know. Or maybe this is what they wear for their commute and kick them off when they get to the office. I don't know. Very aggressive sounding footwear. Must be about time for Mr. Wingman to arrive. Cameron should be here soon, I guess. We just had the garbage truck. Must be Cameron next. What time is it? 8:45. Yeah, the door's open today for the first time. It's I can't guarantee every day door open from now on, but when the weather's good, we'll do it this way, of course. We had the door open all through the shop yesterday as well, too. It makes the whole affair much more pleasant. Okay, some very small tapping. Don't panic about the noise. Just small tapping here for a minute or two. It helps to get under the camera. Oh, well, thought you were late or something.
Yeah.
Garbage truck was late today too, so. Shoe lady was on time. We got the door open today, so we got it. It's been a long time since we actually caught her in full flight, and there she was. On Tuesday I saw her early. She came 5 minutes before 8.
Oh, wow.
So I was thinking her schedule changed maybe for the new year or something. So
Did you get her feet on the camera?
everybody got her, yeah. So. We've had a pleasant soundscape morning with the door open. It's been really nice, and people walking by, and those prints. 1, 2, 3. There's an order for them.
Yes,
You
I
saw,
saw
did you?
that
Okay,
this
good.
morning.
So I set them aside.
Thank you. It is a beautiful day today.
It is indeed. And tomorrow's Saturday, so because you're not here, what I'll try doing, if it's nice weather like this tomorrow, I'm going to get the long cable and put this camera outside, like
Spy on everyone on the street.
till they come and take me away.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
So
Should
knock down the stream?
No, knock down the street. Okay, well, I forgot what we do. We turn away the. That's still focused on the outside door.
Yeah. That's how you suggest that.
It's an A. Here we are. Get ready for the great computer spin. Error incoming. Whatever. I'm just going to try and turn it. For those of you who are newbies here, we have a little bit of a weak connection on the computer, and as I turn it around, sometimes the stream goes down. If it does go down, it'll be back.